Well, it was interesting when I did Death Valley Days because I was going to UCLA. I was, I think, 18 at the time, and I went out on this interview to play a 12-year-old. And I said, "What, Mom? Why am I going on this interview?" It turned out to be a wonderful episode of Death Valley Days, and I played a character called Dorita Duncan, which was loosely based on Isadora Duncan.
Hmm.
And I twirl around, and June, I mean, you can just look at her and see her love and warmth. She played a librarian and also
Hmm.
a poet. And so she kind of took me under her wing because I was a waif in the little town and going around. So that's how we met. And we stayed friends for a long, long time. But that episode was used as a film, a part to hire me for Family Affair because I was 20 when I was supposed to play a 15-year-old. So they thought, well, if she's uh, 18 and can play a 12-year-old, I guess we'll hire her. So June was very instrumental in making that happen because we had such lovely scenes together and we had a great energy. She, as John said, was a very motherly kind of character, but she exuded this kind of warmth that I think that she put into all of her characters that she played. It was just this inherent giving and warmth that she had when she acted or in her life too. And she, as you say, also was in Family Affair with another very poignant story. And she was the substitute teacher. And Johnny Whitaker, who played Jody on the show, got a crush on her. And Uncle Bill was all concerned. Why does he spending so much time with this teacher and what is it and all of that? And then I come in at the end and I say, Uncle Bill, don't you see? And I showed him a picture of our mother. I said, she looks just like our mother. And
Mm,
that's why,
that's
you
right.
know,
I remember
he
that.
and that's why he was so entranced with her. So that mystery was solved. But there you have June again, exuding this kind of warmth and protectiveness, and the talk show. So we did. This was in San Francisco, and fast forward, and I'm like 45, I think, and we're on a talk show together, and we're chatting and chatting, and all of a sudden she looks over to me and she says, "You're pregnant, aren't you?" I went, "June." And it wasn't because I was that.
It's that motherly instinct.
It was that motherly instinct. I was indeed 3 months pregnant, and I hadn't told anybody about it. You know, you want to kind of wait. Here I was, 45, having my first baby. So I wanted to make sure that, everything was okay. But she had this like inner kind of vibe and energy, and she could tell things about people and do, not a Twilight Zone kind of thing. Oh, maybe that's why she was in Lost in Space. No, but she just did have that quality. So that quality of warmth, that quality of caring, and that just instant vibes with people, I think sustained her for such a very, very long career and successful career. And plus, she had time to do other things with dogs and politics and all of that. So she really was a lovely, lovely woman with a life well lived.
Did you look up to her at all as a mentor, as somebody who was a groundbreaker, a trendsetter? I mean, somebody who had done it so long, and even when she was on Death Valley Days or Family Affairs, she had done so much already by that point. Did you see her also in that role as much as you saw her as a dear, longtime friend, Kathy?
I saw her really more like a friend. Um, and I think the way that we connected was just an energy vibe rather than pigeonholing her or putting her in a particular place that she would have to be. She wasn't my mother. I had a fabulous mother, but she was a cohort. She was a peer. And I looked at her much more that way because I had been working myself since I was three, and did Ten Commandments and Night of the Hunter and all those things. So when I even met Charlton Heston, and I think children sometimes they don't look at things like these are fabulous, fabulous actors. I think it's more sensual. They say, is this person a nice person? How can I, relate to this person? And so in my life, I look at the people I didn't know, and especially at 6 or 7, this was a great big movie star. He was playing Moses, who was awesome enough, for a little girl. And June, she was this wonderful person that was kind and knew her lines, and we just got right in there and acted together, and she responded and I responded to her, and it was just a fabulous experience.
And she'll be greatly, greatly, greatly missed for sure.